Hello everyone, I am Sumit Chauhan, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Welcome you all in this presentation on overview of subject that is Power Plant Engineering. Power Plant Engineering is one of the oldest subject in Mechanical Engineering curriculum. Previously, this subject was taught in 8 semester, but from the last year it is shifted to 7 semester. Power plant engineering deals with the study of energy, its sources, and utilization of energy for the purpose of energy generation. The power is generated by the prime movers like hydraulic turbines, steam turbines, and diesel engines. We will study all these power generation techniques one by one in the upcoming lectures. In this lecture, that is overview of subject, I designed for you the syllabus and evaluation scheme given by AKTU as per AICT model curriculum. As I told before, this model is implemented from the session 2019-20. Power plant engineering is not a compulsory subject. We see in the slide it is department elective. Department has choose power plant engineering from the table of department elective 3. There are 4 subjects in this table: composite material, power plant engineering, supply chain management, additive manufacturing. Power plant engineering is best for the mechanical engineering student. The purpose of choosing this subject, as I told before, it is oldest and important subject for the student of mechanical engineering because power sector have very wide scope of employment with good package. India is continuously working to increase the installed capacity of electricity. Also, National Thermal Power Plant, that is NTPC, is one of the best PSU which attract fresh engineering graduates. So, lots of opportunities are there in this sector. Let's go ahead with power plant engineering. As far as subject evaluation scheme, as far as the subject evaluation concerned, total marks of subject is 100. Out of 100, 30 marks will be awarded internally by the department with the performance of a student in the and sessional test of 20 marks and teacher assessment of 10 marks, which includes assignment, unit test, and your attendance in the class. Rest 70 marks will be awarded with the external theory examination conducted by the university, as you see in the table. Now, syllabus, like all your previous subject, this subject have 5 units. Unit 1, that is introduction, which includes basically 2 parts. Part 1, review of basic thermodynamics and some important definition, which is very important to understand the power plant engineering. Part 2, load curve. This topic is new for all the students and very important to understand power plant engineering with better way. I will also focus on this topic more. Unit second, steam power plant. This topic is not new for you. I think you all know about many topics of this unit. Steam power plant, sometimes it is called thermal power plant, works on Rankine cycle. We have already studied Rankine cycle in third semester or fourth semester. Now, unit third, diesel power plant, which works on the diesel cycle. We have already studied this cycle in the subject of IC engine. There are many cycle in air standard cycles, a diesel cycle, diesel cycle, Brayton cycle, or Otto cycle. So I think all the students have the basic idea of this cycle. Now, the gas turbine power plant, which work, a gas turbine cycle works on the Brayton cycle. we already know about this cycle. We have learned about this cycle in thermodynamics. Unit 4, nuclear power plant. In this topic, we will study how to generate power with the nuclear energy. We have learned about nuclear energy in 12th standard. Unit 5, electrical system. We all know that power plant is associated with the various accessories and electrical components, instruments. We need to study all this instrument and equipment with better understanding. Now, next topic of this unit is energy saving and control. In this topic, we will study the energy economics, environmental issues, pollution and its control, and many more topics. There are several books available in the market for this subject. There are some books you can follow to understand with better way as I given in the books and references. I recommend Power Plant Engineering by P.K. Nag. This book is available in our library. There are some other books that are available in library. You can prepare one of them as per your suitability. Before before going to start the subject, we should know the some fundamental definitions like energy, power, work, enthalpy, etc. You should able to answer these questions within a second, like what is energy, what is power, what is work, what is enthalpy, what is entropy. Now start with what is energy. Energy is nothing but the capacity for doing work. There are lots of definition of energy available in given on internet. Energy we will discuss in later in next slide. Also we should know the law of conservation of energy. That is, energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be transferred from one form to another form. Like kinetic energy can be converted in potential energy, and potential energy can be converted in kinetic energy. The SI unit of energy is Newton meter. Sometimes it is called joule. Energy also can be measured in calories. Students should know the conversion of these two units. Now, what is work? Work is a product of force and displacement. Is it very common definition? We have all learned about it. Let us some example of work. Suppose you push or pull an object placed on the table for some distance. Some work is done. If you lift a bucket of water from the surface to some distance, work is done. There are lots of examples how you can learn about the work. Physically, we can define work as the amount of energy transferred by the force, amount of energy transferred by the force to displace a body. The unit of energy and work is same, that is Newton meter. Power power uh, is the rate of doing work, that that means work per unit time, or you can say energy transferred or consumption per unit time is known as power. The unit of power is Newton meter per second, which is equivalent to watt. There are some other topics like enthalpy, entropy. We will discuss these topics in upcoming lectures. Now, forms of energy. There are many forms of energy as you see in the slide. Electrical energy. Electrical energy is the most convenient form of energy for the consumer use. Electrical energy is nothing but electricity. Thermal energy. Thermal energy is generated by burning carbon matters. Next, light energy, energy associated with light. We will discuss these all forms of energy in upcoming lectures in the respective units. Now, source of energy. We categorize source of energy in two parts, renewable sources and non-renewable sources. Sometimes we call them conventional source of energy, non-conventional source of energy. Renewable sources or non-conventional energy resources are those available freely and abundantly for humans. Consumption of these sources is environment friendly, which is one of the best advantage, and we are moving towards renewable energy resources. Non-renewable resources are those that are limited on earth and depleting continuously after some decades or centuries. These sources will no more give us energy, and stocks of these sources will run out. Also, consumption of these sources is not environment friendly. Currently, in India, mostly energy is developed with these conventional source of energy or non-renewable source of energy. In this slide, you can see renewable sources, that is solar energy, biomass, hydropower, geothermal, wind energy, tidal energy, and some non-renewable energy resources, that is from oil, coal, nuclear, natural gases, and many more. As this is the comparison between the conventional sources and non-conventional sources. Conventional sources of energy refers to the traditional sources of power like charcoal, firewood, coal, petroleum, etc. Conventional sources are non-renewable. Non-conventional resources of energy are recently developed sources of energy from sun, wind, water, tides, geothermal, etc. These sources are renewable. Generation of energy is expensive for conventional sources, and initial cost of generation is high but cheaper in the long run for the non-conventional sources. Conventional sources produce high pollution, and non-conventional sources are friendly, as I discussed previously. This pie chart shows the utilization of total installed energy capacity of the energy in India. 42% of total consumption is used by industry, 18% is consumed by agriculture sector, 24% by domestic use, 9% for commercial sector. Traction and railways consume 1% of total energy. 6% energy is consumed by the other sources. India continuously putting its effort to increase the installed capacity with renewable sources, mostly with the solar power stations. India is the third largest producer and third largest consumer of electricity. China is the largest producer and consumer of electricity in the world. Here in this slide, you see, as I told before, India is trying to shift to the renewable sources of energy. Total installed capacity in megawatt by the source in India as on 31 March 2020. Total 55.43% energy is generated by coal, 12.35% from the low hydropower plants, 1.2% from the small hydropower plant, 10.18% from the wind energy, 9.36% from the solar energy, 2.71% from the biomass, 1.83% from the nuclear energy, and 0.14% from the diesel oil. Now we are trying to shift the energy generation with the renewable energy resources. You can go through the source given in the slide for more interesting statistics regarding energy. Thank you.